Peace and many blessings to you. It might storm down, so we'll see if I have to change locations. But happy full moon. It is a Virgo full moon, and whenever I think about Virgos, I just think about that super organized, super meticulous, attention to detail, like just that energy. Let me move. I had to start over a couple of times just because I got hit with a rainstorm and a couple other things were happening. I'm going to do a quick collective reading. I'm just going to pull 1 or 2 cards for each element. I'm going to definitely start with the water signs. I'm doing oracle cards right now. The tarot cards were not speaking to me, and I actually just didn't have, I was getting a lot of no, like no, from one deck to the next. And then I touch the oracle deck and I get a yes. So there is that. Virgo full moon, I feel like when I think of Virgo energy, I think of very organized in thought, but also in the physical. Like they're just some organized being, and I think that we could all just use a little of that energy. What are your themes right now? What is the focus for you right now? What's going on? What is maybe a hint or something that you could be focusing on that would help you in your new transitions and any of this releasing, calling in energy that we do for this new moon, full moon cycle? So let's start off with our water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We have 2 cards for that. My water signs are working on slow but steady and honoring your energy. Let me try to do that. My water signs were rushing into things, thinking that they had to propel themselves forward. Hope the universe is going to propel you, baby. Okay, so there's that. But slow but steady, seriously. I don't know if there's new jobs, new relationships at bay for my water signs, but slow but steady wins the race. In your past experiences, you may have been used to moving fast and that being the thing, but I think that life is trying to slow you down on purpose in order to steady it, because sometimes when we're moving fast, it's hard to keep track of things. It's hard to thank ourselves. It's hard to notice just how much we're doing and just how much we're going through, just how much we're learning. There is no time for integration and implementation and digestion and things like that. So that slow but steady should just be, it's a time for you to go at your own pace. Like, stop trying to race society, stop trying to race your brothers and sisters, stop trying to race your best friends, and just let it go. Honoring your energy, it goes hand in hand. Your path is your path. Your journey is your journey. Your time is your time. It's not a race, and you honor yourself more by honoring the things that you need. You don't always need what everybody else needs, and you're never going to really need what anybody else needs, because your needs are going to be specific to you. Honor that. My water signs can get a little bit emotional. You are where you're supposed to be, because you're supposed to be there right now. And when you try to rush through things, you miss the lessons in it. So this slow but steady could be maybe your 3rd time going through a cycle like this right now, but it's forcing you to slow down and see it. It's forcing you to slow down and feel it. It's forcing you to slow down and learn it. More time observing yourself, and that's really honoring your energy right there. Being a part of your own process. It's not outside of you, it's in you, and you got to slow it down to see that. That's okay. And don't be so hard on yourself. All the criticism is probably coming from you the most. So there's that. So you honor yourself by not judging yourself, right? Don't judge your circumstances. Don't judge your emotions. Don't judge your beliefs. If anything, like I said, observe them. Get behind it. Get in front of it and start to see it. Watch yourself instead of judging yourself or feeling like you should be doing something, because that should energy will just have you not living in the present. And when you're not living in the present, you don't get the presents, the gifts of the present. So those are some gems for my water signs. After water, we are going to move on to the fire. Thank you for the answer. Thank you for the insight. All right, and now we are going in for my fire signs. What's happening with my fire signs? Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. Divine timing and ascension. Ascension and divine timing for the fire signs. It's like a call for my fire signs to be falling into trust. Trust in divine timing, trust in your own ascension. I'm obviously using the words from the deck, but when it comes to divine timing, you have to know that everything is really always operating in your favor. And sometimes the things that you feel and the things that you know in your heart, they are actually happening. They are actually existing. They do exist. It's just taking a while for the visual of it to catch up to you. And sometimes it's not even taking a while. It's just not meant to be right now. If you think about all the times in your life where you'd have met somebody amazing, or you went to a beautiful place and it's like, damn, I wish I would have had this sooner. But then you think about sooner, were you in that energy to experience it? Would you have appreciated if it came sooner? So it's just like, yeah, going back to those feelings of, let me reflect on all the times I did try to rush stuff. How successful was that? And how much better was it when I did fall into trust? So trust that everything is happening in divine time. I don't know what y'all waiting for. Some of y'all could be waiting for love. Some of y'all could be waiting for answers about a job or maybe even school. It's happening in divine timing. Instead of asking like, oh, like, hurry up, why is this not happening now? Ask like, what can I do to prepare myself for the now that I want? What can I do to prepare myself for the now that I want? And that leads right into ascension. So a lot of y'all may be going through some struggles of just tapping away from people, going inner, figuring out your boundaries and what you do and don't want from situations, people, places, some institutions even, and breaking away from that. But sometimes it takes you being in that limbo state. It takes you being what feels like in the underworld in order to ascend past it. But that ascension is guided by you. That's self-guided ascension. And there's nothing outside of yourself that's going to help you feel more ascended, that's going to make you feel more secure. It's you. It's in you. Whatever you're contemplating, it's leading you further and further into that ascension path. Knowing and falling into the idea that this is bigger than me. Whatever is operating around me is bigger than me, and whatever I'm going through is bigger than me, but it's leading me to that bigger me. It's leading me to that higher self, and you just getting closer and closer. So stay in trust, and we are going to move on to air, and I'll do earth last. I would say earth for last. Aquarius, my Geminis, my Libras. What could be something that they need right now? Right? We have home, and then I was told to pull from the heart because home is where the heart is. That's wild. And then inner journey. Inner journey home. So my air signs. Okay. Home is where you reside. Home, your spirit has a home, and that is this physical shell, this physical body. And because I have inner journey here connecting with this, it's just like I know that y'all about to go through some stuff that may make you feel a little unrooted in your outside environment, just to force you to get more rooted in your internal environment. And that makes sense. So maybe some moves happening, some travels going on that are going to affect your inner journey and push it forward, you know, ascend it. Yeah, it's like leaving home. We have feathers here around the house, and that just gives me, you know, I'm leaving. I may be traveling away from home, traveling away from the physical to tap into the inner. That's really, that's what I'm getting from my air sign. There's a connection to cycles here and figuring out what your own cycles are through leaving. Sometimes you gotta leave to come back. And then what is that quote that says you can never go too far but you can't come back home again? You can never go too far but you can't come back home again. I just keep showing it because, wow. And this is the inner journey. Getting to know your inner workings. Right, and last but definitely not least, we are going to tap in to our earth signs in Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. And this is the Virgo full moon. Interesting that we do that last. Earth signs. Oh wow, they said throw the whole deck on the floor. Virgo, what's happening? Oh. Okay. Healing energy and joy. Healing energy and joy for the earth signs. Like laying hands on something in order to heal it, or getting hands laid on you in order to heal it. So I don't know if there's any tension in the body. I'm thinking like back and shoulder that people need to get their hands laid onto. That's for my earth signs. But it could also speak to the energy that you have, the energy that you bring to a relationship, to a space, to a corporation. Harnessing that knowing of, I know that I know how to help. So let me help, let me heal, let me use the inner powers that I have in order to heal the world, in order to heal this person, in order to, but you know, with people who want to be healed. And on the other end, honing in on your inner strength to ask for help if you need it, because that's healing. If you need hands laid on you, then you need to be able to admit and go seek out help. When it comes to healing others, as we know, what I used to say with Reiki, when you give a session, you receive a session. So when you're living in that vibration of healing energy, you're not only healing yourself. When you spread joy, you're not only healing yourself. When you're living in joy and enjoying your life experience, you are not only healing yourself, you're healing the world. You are healing the world. I'm going to exist like this because even if you are looking at me a certain way, you're still benefiting from it because I'm still giving you an experience that you get to watch. That's healing. And when it comes to joy, exist in it, pure joy. I think that is the essence of our being as humans on this realm, is to live in joy. And yeah, it's calling for you to get those experiences. And if not getting them, then where in your life could you use more joy? Where in your life could you use more joy? Joy can be the destination, or it can be the vehicle to get to the destination. And it's like the more that you have joy when you are in your everyday practices, the more that you things are going to come to you to be more joyful for it. For the earth signs, the call is to just enjoy your vibration and know that the vibration that you are on is helping others heal naturally. You don't even have to do much, but just be who you are, exist, and be happy. And it's easier said than done, obviously, but again, like I said, look at those moments, look at those places in your life where you could stand to use a little bit more joy. Reflect on the times when you have felt complete joy in your life. When did I feel pure bliss? So I can reflect on those times, and yeah, it's helpful. Thank you for sitting in with me. I guess this is for the whole collective, because why did that come out like that? Stripping illusions and feminine energy. The way that we live in this false patriarch, and now they're sounding the alarms. Stripping the illusions of all that ish, because the real no. The real no. Peace, and thank you for listening. Also, let me know, right? If anything resonated with you, leave something down in the comments for me. It's been a while since I did a collective reading, and I'm feeling good. I feel really, really good about this. Eternal gratitude.